Hello to you and welcome to Time to Sparkle with Rowena Brykin. I have a very beautiful guest with us today, Kimberly Nicole Carey. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Thank you for joining me. So we have a mutual friend and she told me about your amazing makeup tutorials that you have on social media. So I checked you out and I was blown away. I love your brand. Please tell us, where did it start? How did you decide to go down that road and how you ended up in the UAE?
Well, hello once again, everyone. My name is Kimberly Nicole Carey, and I have been here for 9 years, and I came here as a teacher. And I came here as a result of watching the news one morning, and they said, well, do you want to teach overseas? And I was like, yeah. Would you like to make a tax-free salary? Yeah. Well, that sounds like you. Go to this website and fill out the application, and the rest is history. And that's how I ended up here.
Being a teacher really gives us amazing opportunities. And I am just so glad that I myself came to this country as a teacher, and it's just been an adventure like no other.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. It has definitely opened some doors.
So how did you get into makeup from teaching? How did that all come together?
Okay, that's a very nice story, and it happened by accident. However, they say there are no accidents. It just happens to be that way, and it was your destined path. Well, I have a condition called alopecia. And alopecia is pretty much where your hair falls out for absolutely no reason other than your body does not like it. So it's hair today, gone tomorrow in that case. So I've had it since I was 19 and I am 41 today. But the thing is that I didn't accept myself as a bald woman until I was 32 years old. And at that time, that was the year that I came to the UAE. From the time that I stepped off the plane, I saw the Emirati ladies at my job. I've seen them at the mall. And I know, Ro, you've seen them as well. And they are just glamour, just absolutely gorgeous. And I knew after getting to know these ladies that there was a deeper story to them. Sometimes people hide behind their makeup or their facade. And although I was going through my transition as becoming a bald woman, I knew I had to have something that I could control because this thing was being controlled and not by me. So my hair falling out was not being controlled by me. However, I could control how much makeup I could put on my face, and possibly that would make me feel like a normal person again. So that's how I got into makeup backstory, if you will.
Incredible. I love that you have turned something that could have really made you unhappy or, left with feelings of low self-esteem. And you're like, actually, no, I am going to take this and make something so beautiful. And you truly have. I wonder if you can share with our viewers some of the amazing things you've been doing in the region with alopecia and makeup.
So once I let go of my hair not growing back properly, God exposed me to a lot of things, not just makeup, but with makeup. From that, I received a modeling opportunity, a lot of modeling opportunities, actually. I was one of the first African-American alopecia models to be featured in 2016 through Tips and Toes, Salon and Spa throughout the UAE. And still to this day, my poster is somewhere around this country. Let me see what else. I also was selected as a spokesmodel for Runway Dubai, which is one of the Dubai Fashion Week fashion shows that they have every year, every November, pretty much. Oops. That would be this week, actually. But I was one of those spokesmodels, and they have a different model every year. So I was the one for 2016. I was selected for a dozen other things as well. And I also do runway coaching. and confidence walking and coaching as well. You don't have to be 5'7", 6'1". You can treat the world like a runway as well. And you'll notice that your posture and the way that you treat yourself and the rest of the world changes when your walk changes. So that is something that makeup has allowed or allotted me, in addition to something I did not think I would have, which is my own brand.
I want to commend you for really stepping up and making a difference. I don't know how you've done it all, because teaching is a lot of work in the UAE. The fact that you have spread your wings and really put yourself out there to make a difference is incredible. So well done.
Okay. So the reason why I ended on a question, because people told me years ago when I had started in makeup, and I was just like, what? Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe what they were even saying. They said, I see a makeup line in your future. People, not person, people said this to me. And I was like, nah, no. The reason why I said that was because my thinking was too small. A lot of people, when they start makeup lines, they start with eyelashes, they start with lip gloss, lipstick, those types of things, which there's nothing wrong with that. However, my journey and my calling went a different direction in makeup, and it had a different purpose as well. So I started from my makeup business, from being a makeup artist. I started my own business called Heavenly Reflection Makeup UAE. And pretty much the whole purpose of Heavenly Reflection is whenever you sit in my chair and I finish with you, you feel like a heavenly reflection. So that's one.
I love that. I love the name. I love the concept. That sounds so time to sparkle. I love it.
Yeah, I told you we mesh. It's the glue, right? The next thing is the products. Like I said, I had no idea that I would have a product line, a makeup line, as far as this is concerned. And this came out of me doing something called Slay Day. And Slay Day was where I taught makeup beginners how to apply makeup. But it wasn't just, okay, here's some foundation, here's a brush, go for it. No, it wasn't that. I made sure that they understood what worked for their skin type, their eye shape, their face shape, understanding not just the what's, but the how and the why. One particular product that drove my people crazy, my students, were brushes. So I decided to create the by K. Nicole 9-piece color-coded brush set, and this is called Brush Class. This is our hero product, and it is catered to makeup beginners. We are no longer looking for everything as one color now. Now it is all different colors. Beautiful soft bristles, but then again, different colors. So what do you think?
I love them. Okay. These are the most beautiful brushes. I agree that they are very, very soft. And my brand is Mama Unicorns. And we are all about the rainbow, all about the sparkle, and this delivers that for me. Another thing I will say is that I really love the grip of your brushes. Like, honestly, you've got this groove here that just makes it, that is exactly what I need. What made you think of that?
I chose this brush style because of that. So once again, keep in mind, it's for beginners. And think about when we were learning how to write as kids, you had to have a grip. Some of us, me, had to have a grip over their pen or their pencil in order to hold it steady. Same thing here. And you understand the difference of pressure. That's the whole point. And this is your medium pressure. Heaviest pressure, lightest pressure. Some people don't understand that when it comes to brushes.
That is incredible. I love everything about your brushes. Another thing that really caught my eye was the fact that you have the names of the actual brush. Every brush has a name.
Mhm.
It's not just a number. I need that. Okay. I do not know all the brushes. I am not a makeup artist. I want to grab
Mhm.
something and know exactly what I need to use it for.
The number, actually, if you look at the number, the letter and the number, they're the color of the handle. So this one is HP, hot pink.
I love that. That is so cool.
The Y brush, it's yellow. So they are all strategic and named after the color of the handle.
You don't even need a PhD. It's amazing.
A PhD in makeup artistry. No, you do not. But I will say this, I had no idea where this was coming from. It took me 3 years to develop this from its original size. As a makeup artist, I wasn't even willing to hold it. I had to make it smaller, not only for my people, but for me, for makeup artists, for everybody. Because when it's too big, it's just too much to handle. And I wanted to make sure that it was functional and not frustrating for
Yeah.
beginners, especially.
Wow, 3 years. That's incredible. And for moms, we are super busy. Some moms were supermodels who had their makeup done by others. Some moms knew everything about doing their own makeup. Others were
Mhm.
just about getting into it. And some moms just don't even like it. And a lot of it comes from not understanding that we can now adopt the new techniques and pick up modern looks. And with your system,
Right.
it's possible. No matter what makeup you have,
Mhm.
no matter where you are on your journey, your system really
Right.
pick us up and really help us to look and feel confident, because that's what we're trying to do as moms. We're trying to give ourselves that little boost to really highlight our assets and show our beauty, to make us feel better, and so that we can sparkle for our families, really. So I want to thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for developing that.
As far as journeys are concerned, everybody is on a different journey through makeup. When I moved here, I knew nothing about makeup. Nothing. I didn't grow up with it. I grew up with the same color lipstick from the drugstore that every other woman did, just to stay safe. So when I started to learn makeup, I learned by chunks. I didn't try to learn a full face and say, oh, I'm going to get beat for the gods and do all of this and all that. No, I beat my eyebrows to the gods. I beat my contour to the gods. I made sure that my foundation matched my face, matched my body to the gods. So that's kind of what I focused on. Now, the next thing is to think about is who said you had to use every single brush? Nobody is saying that, but the point is, if you want to learn, you now have a basic set that will take you from that beginning to end look, from the most natural to the wildest glam, if you will. It will do that for you if you learn how to do it, but it's up to you.
And you offer that as a class, which I am very excited about. I am soon to be a member. And I'm so excited because I know for my show, I would love to show different looks, different colors, and explore, like you said. Anybody who knows me, you'll see me with a shimmer lip, and that's it. So I'm very excited.
So for me, I teach you the intro. Let's just put it that way. So I teach you the intro to makeup. Not only that, but when you receive your system, because that's what we call it, in order for you to get the master classes come free when you purchase the brush class system. So that includes everything: brushes, brush soap, this lovely faux leather case, and the powder puffs. Where are your powder puffs, bro?
Boom. I have my
Yep, powder puff mascara one. So everything comes together in one. It comes together in one pack. And when you have this, you get your master classes free. You get attached to our group. And we have trainers who speak different languages. So you have English, you have Arabic, you have Spanish. We're pretty international, if you will.
I'm so excited. And I want to thank you for agreeing to come on board with me and sponsor some amazing prizes that we're going to share with our ladies. And it's an international opportunity. So that's very exciting. And
Yeah.
being a Black woman, I have had my fair share of drama trying to find the right looks and more especially the right colors. Because as I've learned, there are palettes and tones that we need to look at. And I love that you teach all about that. And I feel like
Yeah.
every makeup artist should know these things. Every makeup artist should have the right colors and the right tools for every skin tone. And so
Yeah.
I am so glad to see women of color stepping into the arena and really showing up for us women of color.
When I first moved here, I was on the hunt for a specific powder, compact powder, and it was a powder from America. So being from the United States, I was looking for this particular product through this brand. Somebody said, yes, we have it at this specific unnamed department store. They said, yes, we have it. And I drove all the way from Alain to Dubai because I said Dubai is a metroplex. It's a melting pot. It should have everything. And when I got there, it was the shade of my hand, the palm of my hand. It was not the number that she said it was. Now that was in 2011. Now we come to 2020. Things have changed. Why did they change? Because Rihanna came on the scene.
Thank you,
When
Rihanna. Thank you, Rihanna.
Thank you, Rihanna. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because she opened up the eyes of people in this region to recognize that there are shades darker, just a tinge, darker than my hand.
Right.
So with her being having an all-inclusive shade line, opened up eyes, doors, and it brought women to understand, hey, I don't have to compromise and spend money on something that is not my shade.
Yes.
I don't have to do that anymore. There is something for me. There are makeup artists for me. There is a makeup product for me.
And so
that's my experience as well.
I mean, are there two things that you can say, I really suggest you do this as a woman of color looking for makeup?
I would have to say, number one, the best makeup you could have is your skin. If your skin is not right, your makeup is not going to be right. You need to make sure that you are maintaining on a daily basis. You need to be consistent with your skin. You will see a world of wonder and change when you treat your skin and spend money like you would spend on makeup. You actually spend money on your skincare. You'll start to see that your makeup routine becomes a little bit easier. Right. There are certain things that you may or may not need because you treat your skin like royalty. So that's one.
That's a really good piece of advice, skincare.
And then when it comes to, let's just say, products like blush, it's very important for you to get it and make sure that it caters to your skin tone. If a woman of color, like myself, like yourself, gets something that is a light petal pink, it's going to make us look like a light petal pink clown. So we need to stay away from that particular tone. It also has the tendency to make us look ashy. So we don't want to look like a clown, nor do we want to look ashy. However, let's just say that someone is a fairer skin. She should possibly steer clear of tones that would be good for us. Everyone has their lane. Their lane is more of the petal pink, the lighter orange, and the nice lighter berries, let's just say. Light rose, I could see that for them as well. Mm-hmm. But for us, we are the deep berries, we are the orange, and we are the reds, and we need to rock it.
I love that. It's so cool to know your skin tone. It's so beautiful to celebrate it and really bring color in a way that celebrates who you are and doesn't hide you away. And I love this advice about having clean skin. And you have a wonderful product that helps us to do that. So this is the Face Off product. And can I have a moment for this product? This is exactly what we need. Why are brushes not sold standard with brush cleaners? So I want to talk us through it and tell us more about these natural ingredients that you use and how we can actually use this to keep our brushes clean and our faces bacteria free.
So when you think about my brushes, or you think about our brushes, better yet, I want you to think about ones that, number one, are synthetic. Number two, vegan. Number three, cruelty-free. Number four, the bristles have something called antimicrobial barriers. So what that means is you're less likely to have bacteria on your bristles. So if you happen to have old brushes or brushes that have animal hair, more likely to carry bacteria. However, when they air dry, you also have the potential for mold and other things to attach itself onto those bristles. So with these bristles, it's a little bit different. And one reason is because, yes, we do give you the Face Off. When you order the By K Nicole Brush Class system, you get the Face Off with it. This is very important. Some people use all of these ingredients, but they use them in just one by one by one by one. And as I was researching this, I was like, I need something that has it all together. And in it, you have coconut oil, avocado oil, citrus extract. This is huge because if someone is allergic to oranges, grapefruit, anything like that, you might want to steer clear of this or use it in moderation. However, how does it smell?
It's beautiful, but there's no like crazy odor. There's no perfume. It's really just natural.
That's another thing. That's another thing that you won't have on your brushes. You don't have to worry about that aroma as you do your makeup. So this is a very good product. Brush, Face Off, water. Get the brush really, really lathered up, the bristles.
I like that. You really get it in there and you really get it nice and soapy. So good.
Yep. Now you drop the Face Off and you keep the brush in your hand and you start to work the product out.
So are we going round and round or back and forth? Like, is there a specific thing to know?
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Let me see. I'm going to get one of my good ones over here. See, girl, you got me doing stuff. Okay. So yes, you want to go around. You want to work the product out.
I like that. Just getting it out.
You want to squeeze the bristles.
So it's just to get the water. We're just getting the water and the product through.
You can go back and rinse and repeat. It's up to you.
Awesome.
However, what I will say is do not go any further than this area right here or any further up. The reason why is because this is where all the glue and all the magic is. And this is what helps to keep this intact, what keeps the bristles intact. So when you go above the mid area right here and put it all underwater,
yes,
you're risking damaging your brush.
Got it.
So this is also something we teach at brush class when you take master classes. You get tutored or trained on how to wash your brushes and you avoid this area. And that's it. Rinse it out and lay it flat.
Why are we laying it flat? What's the key about actually having it flat?
Well, laying it flat allows it to dry evenly. You're supposed to have it like hanging over something and allowing it to be independent on its own. So you could hang it upside down. You can hang it upside down here, but not right side up because the water goes down. You want to treat these as an investment that is investing onto your face as well. So
beautiful.
keep it clean.
Another thing that I really was not comfortable with, and that is lashes. Okay, I've always thought and I've always been told that I do have really nice lashes, and all makeup artists
Mhm.
that I've worked with are like, oh, you've got great lashes. And so I never felt that I needed to use lashes. However, I also have come across big ostrich lashes, like teenage ostrich lashes. And I know people know what I'm talking about. So,
Sure.
what I am very impressed about is your lashes. Your lashes look very, very natural. Your lashes are just gorgeous. They are very light, they're very modest, they look very natural, and I am very excited to try them. I'm definitely going to show them to the Mama Unicorns. I'm going to put them on the Instagram page and let everybody have a look at the result. So, can you tell me a bit about
Awesome.
these lashes?
So the number one purpose was I got tired of going to the beauty supply store and buying individual lashes and lash boxes mainly, because in my makeup kit that filled up a lot of space. I had some clients who work for the United States Embassy, and these ladies are not your fashion plates, as we call it. They're not into the teenage ostrich lash style. So if you were to take something like that out on them while they're in your chair, they're going to be like, "Who's wearing that? I'm not wearing that." So I had to think about them as well. And I've noticed that the market for this type of lash has kind of dwindled, because these faux mink, 4D, 5D, Russian volume, however you want to call it, styles are taking over. I think they're beautiful,
Yes, yes.
but they don't fit every demographic, and not everybody wants that. So the whole purpose of my lashes, and yes, you said the exact word, modest. So in this case, these lashes are called the Modesty Lash. And the reason why is because it's a barely there with an added flair to the lash.
I
You
love.
don't have to have a whole lot to be beautiful or to go out for your night on the town. Your lashes, or these lashes, if you want just a little bit of extra, is just enough for you and your personality.
So, tell me, are you using your lashes right now?
Yeah. Yeah. And you can use them for daytime, nighttime. You can use them if you're really feeling like a diva. You can use them for the bottom if you cut them really good. Oh yeah, you can add.
Goodness, I'm looking at your face and you're just perfection. Oh,
Well, thank you. It's that after work glow.
gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm very excited about your lashes. And I recently learned that with the lashes, there are a few rules. You cut off the little parts before you place your lashes. I didn't know that. I
You do.
also learned
You do.
that you cut on the side of the flare. You don't cut the center part
Mhm.
because there's a point. I mean, I never knew these things. I am like up to date. Thank you.
I am so proud. I am so proud. Yes, that is exactly right. Because if you don't cut those little plastic parts, you're going to be like, seriously, it's like, what is in my eye? What? It's because you didn't cut those little plastic parts.
If anyone's like me, you're not quite sure why there's a black glue and a white glue. So can you tell us something about this?
So this is called the Adherent, and this is a vegan lash glue. It's a 2-in-1. Now, keep in mind that when I started this brand, this was mainly catered towards makeup artists. But I found that a lot of regular everyday women were like, hey, I want lashes like that, and I need glue too. Okay, the glue too situation. Daytime for the white, natural tone. Nighttime for the black, smoky eye, darker liner. Honestly, you can play with either one. It's up to you. You see which one you like. But they do have a purpose as far as what type of eye look you have.
Got
And
it.
that's the reason for the black and white.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to be looking super pretty in our next date nights, ladies. Can you tell me a bit about your branding? How did you come up with it? How did you decide to go with K Nicole? And just generally, if somebody is interested in opening this kind of business in the UAE, what advice would you give them in terms of perhaps getting registered? And also, just what are some of the hidden things that you may have not thought about when you went on this journey to starting a business?
That is a great question. Let's see. So starting with the name is me. It's named after me. I am K Nicole. And one thing I will say is that when I first started the brand, I didn't want anyone to know it was me. I wanted to remain anonymous on my own brand. And it turns out that if you're trying to trademark something, and this is what I learned from my lawyers, thank God for them, in the rules of intellectual property, you have to have something that is attached to it that shows its uniqueness. So everything else now has, including Brush Class, by K Nicole. So one thing I would say is do your research as far as what you really want to call your product. Find out what your product is first, and make sure that you spend the most money on your hero product. And I've referred to Brush Class as my hero product at least 2 times. And I would like to thank the CEO and founder of Spanx Undergarments, Sarah Blakely, because she had a masterclass last year and stated that hero product is your ultimate, that is your baby. Nothing else should come in between you and your baby. I didn't realize that. So if I had to give advice, it would be to focus on your hero and let everything else come thereafter. No matter how long it takes you, you focus on that hero. If I had known then what I know now, I would do that. As far as branding is concerned, I try to keep it simple. And that's the reason for the bag being black and white, but it has that little bit of uniqueness to it as well. I haven't seen a bag like that. I designed that bag actually, so that's my baby.
Multi-talented, amazing. I love it.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was kind of not dull, but classy on the outside and then a party on the inside.
Beautiful. I mean, look at that packaging. I just love it. And you've got all your details here. This is some good advice for anyone who's interested in creating something beautiful like this. So yes.
Thank you. In the UAE, you do have to have a business license. So for this, I had to have an e-commerce license. 5 years ago, when I was looking to license my makeup business, there was only one in particular, one free zone in particular that I can think of that was like, yes, we license makeup artists. And that happened to be in Fujairah. So I had my license for 5 years through Fujairah. Now, fast forward to here. So I made sure, being the business person that I am, I said, okay, this is pretty big. I know that I have a business. I have my beauty business for makeup artistry, and I have the products. I have to do it right. These days, everybody connects to the free zones. So I made sure that although I did my research with these free zones, some people called back. Some people responded to the email, email us if you have an inquiry. Some people did, some people didn't. Some people had it to where it was the price range that I wanted. Some people didn't. So I am now with Sharjah Media City, if you will, and very happy with whom I worked with to be my connect and guide me through the trade license process for my businesses, both of them. You have to be your biggest cheerleader when it comes to this process. This is not for the squeamish. You are going to cry. You are going to get mad. You are going to be broke. You're going to have a lot of feelings that aren't going to make any sense, because that is the passion and drive that is within you.
It's definitely a joy to work with somebody who has the right and is able to do what they want to do and follow their dreams. And I look forward to sharing makeup tips, classes, and slay days with the Mama Unicorns online. And
Yes.
hopefully when COVID is over, we can all get together physically and have some real cool pamper parties.
I'm ready. It is overdue. It's overdue. It's overdue.
So tell me about the moment when you looked at all your product in its entirety and you realized this is it.
Of course I cried. Of course I cried. Cried even more when the packaging came, because the bags and the box, when they came, that just put it all together. And I purchased these things in the way that I did, thinking that we would have like pop-up shops and things like that coming up once COVID was over. So I'm forward thinking, with that being said. But I cried. I still cry to this day, and I'm still in shock. It's like having a new baby that you gave birth to. It just took me 3 years instead of 9 months. So, and I treat it like it's my baby. Also, when I see other people doing the videos with it, I'm like, okay, make sure that you treat it like this. Make sure that's not how you do that. But that's not, and it's like, Kim, this is not your brush anymore. You are servicing the people. So I still like mentally, I'm their mother mentally still, the brush mother. So yeah, but I'm happy that my brushes are in this country, and not only in this country, but they're in America as well, and in Hungary as well, and about to approach Lebanon and Mexico very soon.
And I would like to say that you should consider adding South Africa, because I have quite a few moms who I know would love to get a whole.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for them. I'm ready for them. Let's get ready to ship. Let's do it.
And many, many more for sure. Kimberly, please tell us, how can we find you? I know that you're in social media, but for the sake of our viewers, will you tell us exactly where we can find you?
You can find us online and purchase any of the beautiful products that you've heard of today on www.brush-class.com. And if you're looking for the tips and tricks and other updates and things like that, you can find us on Instagram at brushclass_K Nicole, NICOLE. Check out our Facebook group as well at Brush Class by K Nicole. If you'd like to email or get some information, definitely hit us up at info@brush-class.com. Thank you so much, Rowena, for inviting me. I'm honored to be here, and I really want this to be that positivity in women and men's lives as well, depending on the journey that they have going on too. So once again, we're all inclusive, and we're waiting for you. Your makeup journey. It's your turn to make up with by K Nicole and Brush Class by K Nicole specifically.
Thank you so much for joining me. I have absolutely enjoyed chatting to you, the visionary behind a very gorgeous line of products.
I'm so happy that you and I connected, and thank you, Isabel. We appreciate you, darling.
Love you, Izzo.
Girl, thank you.
Well, on this platform, Time to Sparkle with Rowena Brykin, we celebrate women. And so I want to celebrate you.
I'm getting Aww.
Kimberly, you sparkle. Everything that you've worked so hard to achieve is now a reality. Your line of products is absolutely beautiful. It's going to bring so much joy and beauty to women around the world. And I wish you everything of the best. I cannot wait to get my hands in on all the action and to share it with all the mamas in our group. I want to thank you. You are beautiful. You light up the world. You have taken something that could potentially be so difficult and made it beautiful. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I am honored. I don't know how to feel. I've never had a sparkler for myself before like that.
Thank you very, very much. You take care, and I look forward to many more collaborations.
I look forward to it too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.